You might have a reading passage which requires you to label the parts of a diagram. In this case, you don't have a question and you may not have many keywords to help you. If you look at the title, that will give you a hint as to where to start looking for the answers. Then, look at the order of the questions. The answers should come in the same order as the questions in the text. Look where the arrows are pointing. How could you describe that? Are there any keywords around the question, around the arrow? Look for a description in the passage that describes what the arrow is pointing to. As I mentioned, when the question asks you to label the parts on a diagram, the title should give you an idea as to where to look in the text for your answers. Also, use the arrows on the diagram as they point to the exact part of the diagram that you must label. Look at this example. The title says how the 1670 lever-based device worked. So I know I should skim for the year 1670 in the passage, and I find it in paragraph G. Let's go to the first question, which is number 9. The arrow, look at the arrow, it's pointing to this, what looks like a piece of metal that is above a round wheel with teeth. There are keywords here, escapement and resembling, and I must go to the part of paragraph G to find the word escapement and a synonym for resembling, and which might describe this piece of metal that the arrow is pointing to. I find a synonym, like, which means resembling. I also find the word which is given, escapement, so I know I should read carefully around this part. So the synonym, like a ship's anchor, seems to describe the object that the arrow is pointing to. It looks like a ship's anchor, so I'm going to choose this as my answer. Escapement resembling a ship's anchor. Look at number 10. It's pointing to this wheel with teeth. And reading further down in the passage, I see the name of this, the escape wheel. Catches and release each tooth of the escape wheel. Number 11, look at number 11. It's pointing to one of the teeth on the wheel. So I look in the paragraph and indeed I can see it is called a tooth. So number 11 is the tooth. The arrow in number 12 is pointing to this long part of the clock. And there are keywords to help me, which beats each something. So I look further down in the paragraph and I find the words which describe that long piece. And it's called a long pendulum, which beats once a second. Once a second is a synonym for which beats each second. So I know this is the answer for number 13 as well.